There it is. Mm, boom. Okay. Ah, Apparently, I had to do go live twice in order for me to appear in the progress. But yeah, so this is the live that I do. I've been doing it every day now for an hour or two. This is where I invite anybody and everybody who would like to get some uh, more guidance and details about real estate photography and the real estate photography market in order for me to pretty much bounce off ideas on what can they do during, especially during this time that is very low. So yeah, so hopefully everybody is having a great day so far. Everybody had a great Thanksgiving too. Keep forgetting those holidays. I don't really, not too big on that to celebrate those. But I'm thankful for the growth of the channel, even though I was absent for a year or two. I don't know. But yeah, so I'm trying to revive this channel little by little, just by doing live streams. I'm still trying to work on the the time and everything like that. It seems like 8 o'clock is good, but it might be midnight somewhere else. So trying to figure that out still. Today we're starting off at 11 a.m. The first time I did this, or this whole week, I've been doing it from 9 a.m., except for the one time that I did it at 8 p.m., which I had somebody to go back and forth with and gave off ideas and stuff like that. So they can beat their competition for next year, pretty much. Now let's see here. So today I just pretty much again want to go back to talking about what can be done better, what can what can you see improvement or network with other people. Seems like everybody or every channel that I go to, real estate photography related wise, they seem to have that question over and over again. How can I get started? Where can I find people? How can I get connected? This industry is pretty much, if you're an introvert, it's going to be really tough for you to get around it things and get the hang of things. But if you're not an introvert, then this might be easy for you, and you might you know, proceed and gain success as you see fit. So, with that being said, pretty much my top three, I guess, recommendations for everybody is to start going on the phone, calling people, introduce yourself. If that doesn't work, then go to every agency's, uh, you know, talk to a broker that you may have a class about 5 reasons why to stage a home, or 5 reasons why a home needs to be clean, and presentable. And there's a ton of reports out there, like the NAR reports that they do every single year. You can use that and summarize it in your own words, pretty much, and then deliver that in a class form that they do those team meetings. Everybody does those team meetings, so that is just across the board. It's just a hoorah type of style of meetings. So if you go in there and you provide a little bit more value than your competitors, then that gives you the edge to produce more business. And third thing that you can do is, yeah, partner up with a an agent that is really well known and can produce content for him or her for a little while, or for one video, you know, um, and do it really well so they can promote you on their Facebook or Instagram or whatever. So those are like the three ways that you can do it. Everything else, it's up to you. It's optional. I have done in the past. I have done classes. I have done free headshots in the real estate agency. So that also worked out for me pretty well, you know, all the way until, yeah, where everybody is doing it. Everybody is competing themselves. But I do realize something that, uh, not to shame or anything like that, but I have noticed like people uh, on the comment section, or they have stopped by in one of my videos and they have communicated with me one on one or whatever the case may be. But all of a sudden, their business is closed. Their website is done. Uh, they're not posting anymore. And I don't know why, because they're really good. They have talent. But then again, it's a business where, you know, two or three things could have happened. Either it got super saturated because there's other people telling you that you can make $1 million in your business if you sell your services for 175, or the market really isn't there for them. I mean, it was just, it got too expensive for them or for their clientele. So one of those things could have happened before. So yeah, pretty much it's sad to see it because I got to know them, and I don't know what happened with their business. I mean, I kept going, but one of the things that I realized this year is to broad up your photography. If, like, for my case, my price is a little bit higher than everybody here in my neighborhood, but that's because I bring a little bit something different. I have a not completely, but very different style of photo shoot when it comes to real estate. I like to tell a story. I like to use strobe lights and the same methods that you see online, Flamium, HDR, but a little bit different. I also do floor plans and all this stuff that everybody is familiar with. But I just do it differently than the rest, like getting detail shots, using different lenses. Uh, so yeah, so that's one of the reasons why I charge more, because this is my fourth or fifth year doing this. So I think I'm allowed to break away from that $165 and plus 40 pictures. Uh, yeah, so that's pretty much it. Like, but this year has been like really pretty up and down, up and down, up and down. So what I done is like I joined a different type of, you know, avenue that I didn't really think of or notice that much, only to find out that, you know, they're a huge monopoly and it's crazy. And, you know, in some instances, like, yeah, I kind of feel regret because, you know, the start of this year, I had ton of disposable money in order for me to create some type of investments or stuff like that. Or, but I think like every now and then you need to see that in your eyes in order for you to think of it for next time. So definitely for next year, I would love to get a studio. Now it could be here or the Philippines. I don't know. I've been trying to get escape from LA now for quite a bit now. It's been really a goal of mine to do that, So it's been even my previous videos, I even talk about it where I say that I wanted to move to LA or move out of LA in order for me to, expand my horizons and go into a untapped market or maybe a market that actually needs my services. But yeah, so now I'm thinking about it like just out of the country because it is insane out here. I mean, it's just LA. I just want to get rid of uh, living here. Yeah, it's a nice and dandy uh, city, but not for me. Not for me. As I get older, I start seeing more and more and more flaws in this city. But yeah, so that's gonna be the goal for next year. I mean, I have done pretty much everything in this industry, in this real estate photography industry that it makes me feel like if I can do this, then I can achieve a studio. I can achieve the goals that I have or the plans that I have for that studio. So, I mean, I've been doing this for 4 years. I've been surviving on it, all the way up until now that I had to broaden up my level of skills and everything like that. So, in order for me to provide services to couples, uh, just anything, couples, students, graduates, corporate. Like I did a corporate headshot, and I'm still learning uh, to do corporate headshots because this is a complete different type of thing and completely different type of feel too. Um, I had like watermarks on one of the photos, and I did this corporate photo shoot, and then she had the audacity. I mean, props to her, I guess, but she had the audacity to remove them and then apply her own edit onto the photo. So that's something that I gotta start thinking about, like contracts and little stuff in details, in order for me to not get bamboozled again. In terms of the field that I went on for a couple months, that is a complete different beast because it really relates to uh, or targets to schools. But that is something that I will have to. What is that? I saw this TikTok that says "fuck around and find out." That's pretty much what I'm doing. Uh, but yeah, it is sad to see that there's only two major big companies in LA doing school photography. Um, there are some small ones, of course. There's small studios and stuff like that because if you get 3 to 5 schools, you're pretty much set. I mean, you get 300 to 450 students on your lab, and all you have to do is sign a contract, and people they have to come to you, because you have a contract with the school that all the students needs to come to you to get their senior portraits. So that's something that I've been dabbling on and trying to dip my toes in a little bit more to find out how it works, what can be done better. Because for the most part, they don't really, except for one, the other major company that does it is they're big on social media in terms of showcasing um, the students and blah blah blah, like a spotlight, all the stuff, you know. But there needs to be challengers out there, I guess, in a field. So that's one of them that I believe that is extremely lucrative. But the other side of the coin is it's very demanding. So demanding in the sense of customer service. Everybody has to be right. Uh, it's all about the kids and the children and you know pissed off parents. But I did it for a few months. I thought it was a great idea in my head. Uh, but I always join with a purpose, and that is to learn. So, I mean, I learned, but in exchange, it stopped me in the rails of not working as much in my real estate stuff, which took a downfall, and now we're here. So, but yeah, and then I went to the Philippines. Come to find out, over there they're doing the same thing, just 100 times cheaper, and the lines are out the door. It is insane. Uh, they're recently starting to do the whole rental space over there. So I don't know. That's why I wanna explore those options of opening up a studio somewhere. Either it could be here, but there's a lot of loops. I tried to. My experience with that was horrible. The landlord was very, very desperate, but very like she just want to gouge some eyes. Like I came up to her with the interest. I dropped the note saying like, "Hey, if you're renting out this place, please give me a call." Gave me a call. I went over there. I took, everybody like my my mom and my brother to check out the place. I liked the place because it was small. It was very versatile in terms of studio wise. But then, I try to make a deal where I told her, "Hey, I can give you first and last month at this price. This is my price." Blah blah blah. She agreed on it. She kept talking about how she is behind on her water and electric bill. That the previous tenant didn't pay those things and blah blah blah. So she was good for it. Come to find out the next day, it's like, oh, I hired a real estate agent, so I want to do things legitimately. And I'm like, what does that even mean? Like, I'm paying you the first and last month. Talk to the agent. Uh, I started the paperwork. Once I saw the contract, I stopped filling out all my details because it said uh, a completely different price. It was $200 more than what we originally agreed on. And this was so the terms was give me the price that I would like it, what I like to you know lease it for a year, but just leave everything as is, and I'll clean it up, I'll fix up everything, blah blah blah. Sounds like a good deal to me. There were some little scuffs here and there. The paint was pretty old and stuff like that. And in order for me to just paint it how I wanted to paint it, and plus it was an idea for a video for me, to come in and do some work on the brand new studio for the YouTube video. The agent then, you know, puts those little details on there because they need to get paid. So it was first month, last month, and the security deposit. And it's just like, okay, now the price tripled, or the amount of money that I need to end off tripled, plus the 200 increase on the studio or of the place. In addition to that, She didn't want to do anything. She wanted to leave the place as is. And I told the agent, no way. If you guys want to do a full retail price of the place of the area, what it's going for, then you guys need to clean up the place and paint the walls white or whatever color you choose to be. Then she calls me. She starts getting pissed off at me because I was the deceiving one, right? I was the one who's uh, creating all these little things, but in reality, is it was her. But long story short, sad that I had to pass it on, and it's still there, still empty. Nobody's touching it, because it's a ridiculous price for the area, and it's not even. I understand because it's heavy traffic area. It's a great location, great little space, but I mean, is the price is just ridiculous. I don't know. Maybe she's really way behind on her stuff, and the only way that she can push through it is to have a big chunk up front. But yeah, that happened. This happened like a couple months ago before I left, and it was just a deciding factor whether I leave, I take a good vacation, and then come back. But I still ended up in working in a different studio. I ended up losing more money there because of yeah, because of the payment type of payment and everything that I was giving. My real estate photography business was going lower and lower, lower. Um, I had stopped doing email marketing. I just got like really bored, really tired of it. Uh, yeah, so the people who succeed more is that they have a team behind them. They can support one another. And I had a couple few photographers, but uh, even though I give him the opportunity of a lifetime and provided money, exchanged it. I exchanged that by providing money. You know, I mean, they seem to be happy where they are. Doing DoorDash or Postmate. Uh, yeah, I mean, they wouldn't move a finger if uh, they're not making much. I mean, not even that they're not making much. What I propose to them is like join forces. Let's we'll all start from zero. We're all starting from zero. I'm not even making anything off of it. But let's team up and let's grow something together. Because those other two photographers, you know, we worked on many projects together. We all had equipment, but yeah, it's very strange. It's very strange because if somebody came up to me and say, "Hey, I have this project. Nobody's making money, not right now, but I'm more than willing to break bread. When it comes to, I'll do it. I'll see how it is. I'll listen to the idea, and yeah, but it's very difficult. Even one of them, he was interested. He was like, "Yeah, let's get a studio together, blah, blah, blah stuff." And yeah, I mean, uh, come to find out that he just wants to do it alone, and I'm like, that's so good and dandy. Um, but it's just hard to find people that are willing to, put in the work and actually move on forward with things. So I had that couple of things. yeah, a couple of situations like that. But it is what it is, and that's the luck uh, for them. I can't do much about it. All I can do is just extend, my help and everything. Like, I'm gonna be there, whatever they need. But you know, on my trip to the Philippines, I was pretty much being dealt like this. I mean, now I'm just gonna do the same thing back. And I bet that they won't. But you know, how I got treated was like, well, you need to pay me more because it's far away. But you need to pay me for this because it's out of my way. Even though it was like everything here in LA is 45 minutes away from everything. Like, that's, and the most curious part of things is, like, I've worked with these people, but they're more than willing to stay in a job that pays them $80 net a day, and they're happy and they're content and they go everywhere, versus making a little bit more money, but they're asking for more and more and more. So that's why I do everything myself, and it sucks. Like, I had a couple people reach out to me asking for an admin job, but it is very hard for me um to find good people that actually knows what they're talking about, or not persuade, but like try to get the people to book me, because now it's just me again. Uh, but it is really hard for me to find good people, and I appreciate that person that reached out to me, that she wanted to get more of a kind of type of job. But it's just like, I thought I had people behind me, those two other photographers, to just keep on pushing, keep on growing something out of it. Because everybody, at the end of the day, everybody's gonna make more money. One photographer has been, I think, making like thousands of dollars at the beginning of this pandemic, because I needed the help. I needed a videographer and all this stuff. He was getting paid good money compared to all these other companies who are just charging, or you know giving $80 per video shoot. I was tripling that, but to come find out, is like, no, I need a set date. I need this, I need this, and that. And it's like, okay, bro, it doesn't work in this industry. Like, yeah, uh, things just don't really work out. And I wanted to do this like remotely, where the people who contact me for real estate shoot is just like connecting a photographer who's willing to do it, and then you know get I would get probably 60 to $80 profit, even less than that, I think, because I would have to pay websites and all the stuff. But the photographer will get the majority, and still they have an excuse not to do things. And it's just like, where are all these other photographers that they they will go hell and back for a company, you know? But yeah. But anyways, uh, yeah. And for next year's goal is going to be pretty much opening up a little small studio. You know, I've been watching other people have success in Peerspace, so we'll see how that goes. But also doing my own thing too. And if I can get a school, to hire me to do their senior portraits, then all good. But definitely out here in basically in LA, they needs there needs to be people stepping up, and get school. Because it is amazing for me to find out that there's only two major companies who are eating good, which is not right for me. Let me double check something real quick. Wow. All right, back. So yeah, that's pretty much my goals for 2023. Keep on, keep on surviving. One thing needs to stick stick around for a little bit longer. I mean, real estate was great and all, but yeah, I might be able to, or I would love to start broadening up my channel as well. Not just talk about real estate photography, but also do other things too as well. So that might be changing next year, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. And we've only been live for 34 minutes. Cool. Let me see here. Mm, Mo. But yeah, that's pretty much my big intro. Let's get what to do next. Mm, mm, mm. If anybody wants to do the agriculture, the DJI 3 Classic, it's a good opportunity too as well. But mainly for remote areas. I think they will need the help. Mm, mm, mm. Yeah, I'm gonna end the stream short. I think I gave out like a good YouTube video. But yeah, let me know what times it works for you best, and in order for me to hop on and help people live, I'll still continue to do this every day for at least 30 minutes to an hour now, because yeah, it's kind of hard to keep on moving and me rambling for 30 minutes to an hour. Yeah, I'm not used to talking that much. Usually a very quiet person, so but yeah, let me know what you guys think about it, or think what's going to happen in 2023. And yeah, we'll discuss it later. The live stream that it will happen. Oh my god. Hold on. Yeah, this is just to stop the stream being